Hey Future Millionaires, it's your girl Kerri and welcome to my money tree. Here we talk about all things finance and I give you inspiration to plant your own. If this sounds like something that would be interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So this is my first video. Welcome! So exciting. This is my monthly breakdown. We're going to get into the pay periods and the amounts, and then I'm also going to do a bi-weekly budget breakdown because I like to have an overview of everything that is expected to come in as far as income and everything that is expected to go out as far as expenses and where I have some wiggle room to save. This is for the month of August 2023. So first is my job, and that pays, like I said, bi-weekly, the 4th and the 18th of August. After taxes, I make approximately $1,800. Side hustle, so I get paid every Monday, typically about $60 a week, so that is $240 a month. Gas reimbursement, now this is through my job because I do have to put money out for gas and then they reimburse me. I am a delivery driver. That would be approximately $480 a month I get back in gas. And then rollover. So from July, I had $32 that is going to roll over into this month. So the total monthly income that is expected is $1,800 plus $240 plus $480 plus $32. And that is a total of $2,252. Now my fixed expenses. So first it's my mortgage, which is my largest expense a month, and that is $800.48. And now for here, I wrote a column for payment method, and that is so I know whether this is going to be automatically deducted from one of my bank accounts or if I have to manually pay this and the date that I need to pay it. AAA, we have, that is due on the 3rd, and that is for $6.25, and that is also auto pay. Progressive. So now I'm going to fast forward this video and write all my expenses in, and then I'll come back. Okay, so now we have all of our expenses written down. We're going to come up with the total monthly expenses. $1,355, and then my variable expenses. Let's write them in and I'll come back. Okay, so let's add this up. $1,041.89. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my second page. So this is a two-part page for my monthly breakdown. So it's my income, my fixed expenses, variable expenses. So now we're gonna add my monthly fixed expenses, which is $1,355.02, and we're gonna add that with the variable expenses, which is $1,041.89. So let's see what this is. And that leaves us with $2,396.91 in bills that are due. So now we're going to then subtract our monthly income, which is $2,552 minus what's due, and that is $2,396.91. So let's see what is left. $155.09. Now this is what is going to go towards our sinking funds. So let's see. Okay, so sinking. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward this part as I write this in, and I'll come back. Okay guys, so let's see if we have 155.09 minus 40 minus 40 minus 40 minus 10 minus 510. That should leave us with $19.99 wiggle. I call that the wiggle room. And we're just gonna leave that there. I do like to try to do a zero-based budget, but because I'm new to this and I wanna make sure that I do have wiggle room, I would actually like a little bit more wiggle room than that, but this is going to work for now. And then I'll reevaluate as time goes on. Next, we're going to do, so now that we have our monthly budget breakdown, we're going to use this and even our calendar. I'll show you my calendar. So as you can see, I wrote in all of my paydays. So this is my job. My side hustles are in red, and gas reimbursements are in red as well. And they're all typically on Mondays that I'm paid. And then I wrote in all of the expenses that are due throughout the month. I have gas on the side here. I should probably highlight that, but I also have these color coordinated. So the pink ones are the fixed incomes, which are automatically coming out of my checking account. So I know when it's due, but that I don't have to do anything to it. This is variable expenses, so it means they can change each month. It's and I just have to keep an eye on, how much that bill is for that month, and then make sure I allot a certain amount of money according to what is due. And then these are in green, and this is my Chime account. This is where I'm going to run my gas expenses through. So I spend about $480 a month on gas. So I'm going to use that cash and put it in my Chime account. And then when I am reimbursed, I'm going to automatically just put that reimbursement back into the Chime account. So I'm doing this for one of two reasons. Number one, so I can keep track of the expenses as far as gas for my job. And then also I'm using my credit cards to pay for my gas. So I allot $480 a month for my gas. That's going into my Chime account, and the money's going to sit there. I'm actually going to pay for the gas fill-ups with my with my Open Sky credit card and my Capital One credit card. And this is so that I can begin to increase my credit score a little more with utilization. And then I have the money just sitting in my Chime account. So when those bills come in from Open Sky and Capital One, I will pay them through Chime. Now, it's not this month it's happening. It's going to start for September. I'm making 2 payments a month on each credit card. One payment is going to be the day before the closing statement, and the second payment will be on the due date. This is because I plan to max out both credit cards. Open Sky is $400 and Capital One is $200. So maybe not max out the Open Sky, but definitely the Capital One. So I will pay 80% of that is due on the closing statement day, and then the additional 20% I will pay on the due date. May sound a little confusing. It's a credit hack. It's a credit increase hack that I am trying out, and I will let you guys know how it's working out within the next month or two when I can see, when I have some results. Okay, so with that said, so we have our calendar. We have our monthly budget breakdown, so we can see for this pay period. So I'm paid on the 4th of August, and these are all the bills that are due within this red square. So I'm going to write my income that is coming in within this red square period, and I'm going to write all of my expenses that are coming out within this red square as well. We'll add all that up and I'll be back. All right, so let's see what our total income is for this pay period. $1,266.96. Now let's add in our expenses. Now this, I have all, so these are all my expenses. So if you remember for the monthly breakdown, I have it broken down into fixed expenses, variable, and then sinking funds. But I'm gonna add all of the expenses here. So okay, so let's add this all up. $635.37. So now we're going to subtract our income from our expenses, and this is what's going to be left for our sinking funds. So let's do that. $631.59. Okay, so now this is what we can play with, and let's add this. Okay guys, so we'll see how this works out. I'll keep you updated. I will do check-in videos to see what's working and what's not working for me. If you guys found this video helpful or entertaining, please feel free to comment. Let me know where you guys are at on your journey. If you are a noob like me, or if this is something you've been doing for a while, what works for you and what doesn't. I would love any tips or tricks that you have found. And until next time, see you later.